that was it. Oh, there's bars there. Woohoo! Uh-huh. That's my feet. That's inside of my legs. That's kind of weird. Anyway, we're here. We're back. Welcome, peoples. New year, new me. Not really. It's been months. But everyone remembers this place. It's so iconic. I don't know what I'm going to do today, but we're going to do something. Like move my mic. That's probably better. Hey, look, my mic's in front of my face. I'm looking at this. Oh, yes, we've been going places and doing things. I got a whole lot of mess to clean up. That is true. Anyway, it does feel strange to be doing this. I will admit. Because, I don't know, it's been a very long time. Oh, my holiday skin. We never did that. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm doing currently. But the island is here. It is still here. I think this is one of the first streams with my new PC. Which, by the way, is so much better. So much smoother and nicer and other adjectives to describe PCs. It's much improved. Oh, yes, I remember. I put in fences. Well, walls. These aren't fences. What's the difference between a fence and a wall? Doesn't matter. I put in, we'll call these walls because I think that sounds better. 4 more fields. Oh, yeah. Oh, so framey much. Oh. That's kind of strange. What did I just load in? There's got to be like a pocket of mobs around here for my frames to drop that much. Oh, so I have no idea if my videos... Player reporting... Oh, right, we're in 119.2. I think my last stream I was trying to find a mangrove or a deep dark. I still haven't. I really have maybe played another hour or two since then. I don't know. Life happens and priorities change or, adjust. Video settings. Render distance is 29 chunks. We do not need a render distance of 29 chunks. We'll go with 20 chunks because that seems fine. VSync, I don't remember. Maximum smooth lighting, fancy graphics, smooth lighting level, brightness level, dynamic lights, shaders, details, animations, other. Okay, that should help with frames. The barn, yeah, the barn, which I made look like in my mind, a Tuscan villa. You know, you've got the white, you got the brick red roof, you've got, yeah. I don't know. I liked it at the time. I still like it. I don't know. Who am I kidding? Anyway, I have my axolotl pond. Hello, face in the floor. Ooh, yes, Optifine. I'm an Optifine version. That is spectacular. Okay. Hi. Hello. How are we? I caught one word there, and it was gonna.
You didn't tell me you were in a stream.
Oh, well. I didn't tell myself I was gonna stream. Some weird FPS things. Did I cap my FPS? Is that what's going on here? Performance? No. That's not what I wanted to do. Other. Show FPS, blah, blah, blah. Screenshot size default. Full screen mode, that's native. Ah. That helped. Yes, my frame rates were capped to 59 FPS. Anyway,
Why?
because I didn't change it off of VSync when I installed Optifine, so it was running off of whatever VSync told it to, and I don't think I have a VSync monitor, so that would do it. Nerdy things. Anyway, I'm now rocking like 120 because I think I capped it on. I don't know. I just clicked. Unlimited frames. 160. Yep, that's better. Oh, I have this beautiful building here that I never even finished. I have a whole city over here. Man, there's so much to do. So many things to see. 300 FPS. Oh, glorious. I love this church, though. And the lighthouse. The lighthouse I think I like more. Anyway, do you want to join me?
Yeah, I'm trying to just launch Minecraft is what I was doing.
Okay, there must be a mob trap around here somewhere. Just a cluster of mobs because my frames went from 160 to 1. That would
Yes, I would like
that's
to join.
that's not good. You want some numbers?
Yes.
59951.
Five nine 5911.
59951. Ooh, rose garden. Why do I make these fields? That's a good question. It's nighttime. I should put more beacons out. Sunflowers? Do they face the right way? Ooh, they do, kind of. We could have a field of sunflowers. What do you think of that? We could do a tiny field of sunflowers because too many sunflowers. And, you know, we just go like, kind of like this. A crooked, diagonal, little pattern thing. All right, they have gigantic skins.
59951.
Yes. Oh, we need more sunflowers. How does this look? Sparse would be the term. I should convert it to moss. Again, my frames just tanked. Flying over here. There's something's up there. Bones. We need bone meal. Ta-da! 63 bone meal. That should be plenty. And, oh. Do I have my dirt box? Oh, yes, it's just very well hidden because dirt box has moss blocks. Oh, yes, double dirt. Double dirting. Just hold down right click and get some sunflowers. Did you get it figured out? Is it working?
No, I don't know why.
That is curious. Oh, we don't need the mini tree, thank you. Oh, we don't need that mini tree either. Beautiful. I think we could put a few. Okay, there's a just right here, right in this chunk, it seems to just drop my FPS. There's gotta be like a little cave or something that I missed that is just full of mobs. Because there isn't really a whole lot of other spaces they can spawn in. Let's see. Does that quick and dirty sunflowers, that works? I'm content. Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't look as full as this just because of how sunflowers are, but it works. Look at all the axolotls. Axolotls? Axolotls. I wonder if we go like this. That's really weird because I could have sworn it's to this one chunk that everything lags. But I'm not seeing a whole cluster of mobs anywhere. There's a few here and there, but that's not abnormal. Huh. Weird. I don't get it. Weird. Okay, we got that little field cut in beautifully. That's not the right term, but you know, it'll work anyway. I don't know what it is, but just murdered the frames. In other news, Optifine updated its UI and it's a lot cleaner looking. And we have dropped 0 frames. And my CPU is at 1.1% usage for encoding. That is really cool. Click that into there. Ooh, and the flower region. We don't need that. Moss carpet we'll just put somewhere. Like here, moss carpet. And the thing is, because I've already kind of like lit it for 1.8, 1.17 and before, or 1.18, I don't remember. The lighting changes are going to just mean that I can actually start removing some of the light sources, and I don't have to be so panic-stricken with the spawning and all that. It'll make life easier in the long run. What sort of difficulties are you having?
It's not letting me connect for some reason.
For some reason.
59951.
Could it be that you haven't turned the thing on?
Hamachi.
Mm-hmm.
I turned it off and I turned it back on.
Stupid phantoms. Hey, look, a phantom head. Okay, we can go like that and try to reset it that way. But you're going like... Oh. I don't know if it's supposed to be a colon or a semicolon.
Yep, it's supposed to be that. That's what it looks like. I don't know what's going on.
Is it a colon or a semicolon?
It's a colon.
Okay. I don't know. There's one thing I can think of.
What would that be?
Windows Firewall is preventing access. Let's see. This is going great.
I don't remember how to change any of that. Or we can just not do it. I can deal with it later.
Well, I don't have any viewers. So,
Oh.
it's fine. Oh, they've all been... Yeah, all of the instances are allowed.
Should it be my end?
That's allowed.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was able to find one instance, I don't know. You can try it
Oh.
now.
Wait a second.
Technical difficulties.
1.9.2?
1.19.2.
That would be my.
That is why, yeah. Okay.
I feel super dumb now.
Okay.
I was like just double checking. I think I changed over to play something. Probably to play one of those. I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
I need a better thumbnail.
So to do Optifine, what I don't remember which one you downloaded, the mirror or the.
You mirror it. So you go to optifine.net. Wow, we're really doing a lot of things.
Yeah, I got it.
Go to downloads and you mirror one for 1.19.2. I think there's 19.3 out already, but I could be mistaken.
You're doing 19.2.
I'm on 19.2.
There is Optifine only has 19.2.
Yeah, because if we look at version, which is top left of the screen, it says Minecraft 1.19.2, 1.19.2-optifine _HD_U_H9/vanilla. That's a lot of words. And none of it means anything to me. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some of it means stuff to me. Some of it I understand. We're just gonna go... See, I like adding this material because, like, it's a splash of different color. And you just stick one here, there, one there.
I have no idea why I had 1.9.
Heck. Well, I have no idea because last time we played was 19.2.
Oh, no, what we played, oh, it was me and Corey. We were playing one of those guy does electric maps.
Hmm. Again, I walk. F3. No, F3B. F3 and G. F3 and G. I walk towards this chunk border, and it just causes lag. I don't understand it. F3 and G again. I remember my F3 keys. Yeah, I see.
Minecraft display.
And my thing about not having flowers scattered about. Because I don't find it to be very attractive or make much sense. Random wildflowers here and there, sure, but there's just... when you bone meal spam things, there's just too many flowers. Too many of a good thing makes it a bad thing. Just go along with some bone meal and it makes everything look so much better. Hey, he has joined us. I have no idea if he knows where he is because I have no idea where he is.
I am on a island.
That is very useful.
Could you just TP me to you?
I can.
Because we were traveling.
Oh. Yes, I remember we were looking for things.
And my desk is not set up for playing Minecraft anymore. It's set
Yeah,
up
'cause
for
it
Farming
takes
Simulator.
so much time to move things.
I have to slide things.
Yes, mister, I have a steering wheel, and I use it to play Farming Sim.
Yes.
Ooh, I hear my lava cooking. Does that look much better? Oh, okay, yes it does. The magic of bone meal, ladies and gents.
Why do you have a random... You just put a beacon up.
Oh, because that's when I was mining out my new and improved villager hall. And I never took it down.
Ah.
If we go in here... Oh yes, I should actually put villagers in here. Whee! This entire room took some mining to do.
Alright, that was a while ago.
Yes, kind of. A while ago in real life time. Not in streams.
It was
It's-
a very long time ago.
Okay, did your frames just drop?
No.
Okay, mine have been dropping randomly from a good frame rate, like 100 to 180 to 10.
Well, I've been going to like 140 to like 160.
Yeah,
Like 60.
that's normal because there's a lot of entities around here. But what I'm saying is it drops like all the way to nothing. I don't know. I like how I made the villager breeder just like have a blue sky. Because that's not kind of creepy. Oh, and I used tinted glass. Oh yeah, that's right. I did. And I have this weird little... Why did I put this here?
I have no idea. Oh, so you could watch them.
Yeah, but you can't get up there. So what's the point?
I don't know.
I'd make weird design decisions. Yes, that is the word I'm trying to say. way too often. That looks better.
Yes. I would say if you were playing on this a lot, again, I would say you could put it on my server, so you don't have that drop
Well,
issues.
I don't think that's related to my computer. I think that's just... I don't think that's related to me streaming and playing at the same time, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what's going on.
Well, even so, a lot of times that will help with,
Well, I'm
it will
getting,
help
I'm getting
with
consistently
frame rate
good frames, you know. They're not like with the old 1060 where, you know, 80 frames was a good day. Like, consistently, as long as I'm not in my house or look towards my house, I'm getting 130 to 170. It's when you look at my house that it causes issues.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
I need to clean this place up too.
Right now. Oh, I'm running at 29 chunks. That probably does not help.
Oh yeah, I turned my chunks down too.
What are you running? 12?
20. I could turn it down further, I suppose, but I'm fine with 20 chunks.
That did not change my frame rate at all.
Well, no, because your chunk rendering is going to be capped by my rendering.
Yeah, there's probably a whole bunch of junk I'm running in the background on my computer right now.
Potentially. I made sure Steam wasn't downloading anything, that my Razer Cortex app was turned off because it likes to do weird things from time to time. I honestly don't even know why I have that app.
Yeah, you should just delete it.
Yeah. The only Razer thing I possess is my headset, which I found out because I've got a volume knob on it. And if you turn it down past the halfway point, I lose my left ear.
Oh.
So that's fun. I don't understand that logic, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I really should just see if I can get rid of some of this junk that's running in the background.
You can put one of those there, one of them there, and there, and then a little bit of bone meal. You know, that's starting to look nice. Oh, I have trees to build. I'm rusty on most things Minecraft because it's been a while since I played this. But tree building sounds like so much not fun. Doesn't it?
Tree building sounds so much fun is what you said, right?
So much not fun.
No, that does not sound like fun.
Because I need at least 4 trees there. There should be a few trees here, and that'll help with the flat side of the barn. And probably a few trees here, like one there, one there, one there. Click. Oh, so I've told you how my mouse has just randomly decided that sometimes it won't click. There's a reset procedure for it, and I've done it like 4 times. Doesn't work. So, and it's been 18 months, 19 months since I bought it, so there's no way that they're gonna do anything for me. Which sucks. Because I like the mouse, the feel of it and all that.
What is it?
It is a Corsair M65 Pro, I'd like to say.
Did you look to see if you can? Because they might.
I'll have to, yeah. But, well, I went as far as looking at the suggested procedure for what's causing it. were fixing it, and that was the resetting it, which I did, and then I was like, I'll see if it's fixed it, and it hasn't, so I haven't done anything past that. Ooh, I do have a bow. Wee. Oh, short. Long. In other news, I fixed my mother's mixer.
That's good.
It only took like 3 hours. Cleaning things takes time. How was your plowing experience tonight?
I really could use a 4-wheel drive 4-wheeler.
I see.
And chains.
I mean, chains might just help.
Yeah, it might do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little slippery. It wasn't too horrible. It was just a lot. I figured out what battery I'm gonna buy for my Jeep.
That's good.
It's a 800 watt. 800 watt. 800 cold cranking amps.
Yeah, I was about to say 800 watt battery. What? That's nifty.
That's not even like a measurement that you use to do it.
No. 800 cold. That's a few cold cranking amps right there.
And I saw another one that said it was the warm cranking amps was like 1,000. So I'm assuming it's close to that when it's warm.
Yeah. Not many people buy batteries based on, well, not many people buy batteries based on anything except for is it the battery for my car? You know, that sort of thing. All right, what should I make this field into? Because I have wheat, sweet berries, potatoes. Wheat fields look great though.
We already got a big one.
Yeah, I have 2 wheat fields. I have a rose field, a tree field, which I'm pretty sure is called an orchard.
I think
Okay.
I would agree with that.
It's pretty consistent. Okay. What is going on here? Control Shift Escape. Task Manager. I want to see more details.
You could just make a flower field.
I have a sunflower field and a rose field.
Just like regular flowers.
Like what sort of regular flowers?
I don't know.
I'm not doing poppies. They're literally
Yeah, I
my
thought we
least
just
favorite flower.
Don't we just get regular flowers from Bowmeal anymore?
You get poppies, dandelions, and if you were in a flower forest biome, you could get a bunch of other flowers.
You could just do a bunch of flowers, different flowers.
I mean, yeah, I have all the flowers.
I don't know.
You
I'm
don't
not
know?
very good at stuff like this.
I could do a field of ferns. Did you just grab a horse's head?
No, it was just in my inventory.
Why?
Why do I have a white horse head? I have no idea.
You baffle me.
I baffle myself.
Yeah, okay. So, monitoring using task manager, which isn't the greatest monitoring tool. There was nothing there when the FPS dropped. Like, nothing spiked. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Somebody just messaged me. Alright. I'm thinking that we could do a field of ferns.
Like I have 3 diamonds in my inventory for some reason.
Because you're weird.
And I have a whole lot of hay bales.
Oh, okay.
Probably because we were raiding villages.
Yes, we were. Pop a little bone meal, get a little bit of the magical spreading moss. I don't know what's going on there.
You have chests of just stuff down here.
I know, I haven't had a chance to put it away. Somebody didn't double dirt that section. And that's a bush that I'm standing on, okay. And that's one too.
I'm gonna go repair my Elytras. Whatever. Because apparently I have mine are dead.
That would make sense.
And I'm lagging.
I'm not.
Now I am. Now I'm good. What happened to them?
What happened to what?
Oh, there my... I was wondering where my Elytras went, but they actually went... They went into my... They're in my ender chest.
Well, that's definitely very annoying. Alright, today was your first day back at work?
Yes.
You sound so enthused.
I'm very enthusiastic about my first day back at work.
You know, at least you had time off.
Yes. I just remembered I need to buy some stuff on Amazon.
Oh. That's exciting.
Which means I should probably use a gift card or two.
Ah.
Which I need to add in my Amazon. I would rip back.
Okay. Peonies. I need some rockets. I need some rockets so we can take a look at this. Fields are like stupid easy to do in Minecraft, but they take up space in a good way, and they just add flavor to your space. You know, like not every build obviously necessitates having fields or even needs to have fields, but they make your builds seem larger. They make your entire builds, like especially if you're building medieval fantasy, whatever, and not like super modernistic new age sci-fi sort of industrial sort of thing. If you're building in those styles, you're more cottagecore and more medieval fantasy stuff. They just make your world more alive. Like wheat is a fantastic color. Just look at that. Not so much potatoes and carrots, but I mean they're fields. They could feasibly be something, but like you have the bright red roses, you have the magenta peonies, you have the yellow sunflowers, you have the golden wheat and the sweet berries, which actually look really good. And it just adds all together. Okay, there's something pulling on my mouse cord. Here. Would that fix it? Why are you doing this? Okay, that's weird. But yes, they just add flavor is the best way to describe it. Because look at that. Now instead of an open, empty space that you could throw a building in, but they'd start to look cluttered, instead, what you have is you have bright splash of color, and it just works really well. I do have to sleep, otherwise the stupid night birds will eat my face. I hate them so much. Minecraft, remove phantoms. Let's do that for 2023. Yeah, bad time for my FPS to drop like this. Again, I do not understand what's going on because it's not like my CPU is throttling anything. My CPU is very healthy and doing very well. My GPU is at like 30 to 40% usage. OBS doesn't have that big of an impact on operating performances, which is good. So I don't understand what that's doing. I'm using a media player for the music. That shouldn't pull anything. Discord really shouldn't affect things at all. Discord runs in the background all the time without affecting things, so this is all just kind of weird. What can you do? Hello, creeper in the mountain. But yes, it just color, life. And you know, if you put a different background, like I put moss underneath this instead of just grass, it's subtle, but it's there and you can tell that it's slightly different. And like this one's just a whole bunch of dirt mixed in with some grass. That was unintentional. Whereas, you know, these are obviously farmland. This one, I think I did the same treatment over there. And you know, you can just mix up the background plot and then put whatever you want on it that would look good. Like you could do a patch of pumpkins or melons. Melons, though, they don't work that well. Like this works. That doesn't work very well. Sweet berries to Beats. But who uses Beats anyway? I cannot think of a time where I've actually legitimately thought of using Beats as a good food source. I don't know what's going on with this cable on this mouse, but it's like pulling it. Not Bubbles is back, apparently.
I am back.
Mm. Have
I'm
you just
buying
been
things. I
muted?
couldn't find my gift. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I couldn't find my gift cards.
That's unfortunate.
But I'm gonna use my $200, some of my $200 of cash back.
That's nice. Cashback is nice.
That's why I always use my credit card for this kind of for buying stuff like that.
Yeah, I tend to limit credit card usage for myself. Just because I have the kind of philosophy that if I can't afford something, I'm not going to put myself in debt for it.
Well, I use it basically as like my debit card.
See, I don't do that, which is good and bad. Because with credit cards, it's not your money, essentially. So if something does happen, it's not your money, you know?
Yep.
But at the same time, it's not great on your credit.
Well, if you do it right, it can be really good for your credit.
Yes, if you do it right. Cook some sunflowers into there.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a financial advice person. Don't ask me. I know nothing.
I don't know anything either.
I know how to make things moderately good looking on Minecraft.
Yep. Now I'm looking to see if I can find my emails to see when my screen
I like
protector's...
that, yup. Again, I'm looking over here, monitoring things, and nothing's going on to cause it to drop. But it does drop frames. I don't get it. What do I know, though? I just work here. I need to put a composter somewhere around here. Composters are great looking blocks, by the way. And they're really functional. Like we could stick one there. Probably one over here. Yes. So my mouse is constantly being pulled to the left. I don't know why. It's very peculiar. And then we just get rid of dandelions, poppies.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
And wheat seeds.
Yeah, I decided to buy a D-brand screen protector cover thing.
Oh, you're spending the big bucks.
They're really not much more expensive than any other brand.
Now you're spending big money. You put some moss on top of that. That'll make it blend better, like that. Maybe some dirt. This is getting really annoying. I don't understand. It's just being annoying for the sake of being annoying. We can put a little bit of dirt there, a little bit of coarse dirt here. In the corner, like it's in the shadow. Place them there. Some carpet.
To be fair, technically yesterday was could technically be called a holiday, so it may take a little while.
I'm not following you there.
Yeah, I was basically talking to myself,
Hmm.
and I
I'll be
did. So
confused.
they say it may take 3 to 4 days for stuff to happen,
Yes. So
not including
companies
holidays.
had
So.
Friday through Monday off for some companies, which means that things you order on, say, Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday or yesterday won't be shipped until today at the earliest, is what you're trying to
Yep.
say.
Yes.
Okay. I understand sometimes.
That's good. Maybe.
Put a little tree there. Little tree there. And that box has the moss. You just come along and you go ping. Ping.
I bought a Rebel case.
Ah. Right there. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Because I don't like debranded cases. They've always fallen apart on me.
I have literally never bought a case from any of these companies you're talking about. These look like topiaries. Okay, those are in perfect line. That doesn't look natural. Get rid of these. This area is slowly looking better. Woohoo!
It is looking better.
I just need to fill in this one field here. And the rest of those trees, and then finish the mountain, and everywhere else, and then it'll look perfect.
You could put like cows in here. Make it like a pen.
Yeah, but then I'd have to change the design of the wall because the cows would escape.
That is true.
Yeah. I don't know. 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 I don't know.
You could just make it a hoed field.
I suppose I could, but where's the fun in that?
That is true.
So I have 2 fields and a bunch of trees to make. What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Just rifling through all my stuff. I see how it is. In case anyone's wondering, this is exactly how he is in real life. He just invites himself into your house and just starts going through your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Let's try to figure out something to do. I figured out something to do.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna move a whole bunch of these because they don't need to be here anymore. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what that chest is. Whoa, I'm just that good at organizing. I know exactly what order things go in. I do need to put an ender chest somewhere over here, which means I need to go. That's the irons. Flight tools. We need the toolbox. Put one of our ender chests somewhere. Okay. That's not the right order to do things in, but whatever. I'm thinking somewhere over here. Just pop an ender chest. There. I'm drawing a blank for these fields. Yeah, one there and one there. And two there. And probably more.
Let's put more
There's-
wheat.
Just put more wheat.
I thought you had chests full of ores, different types of ores.
Maybe, I don't know. I had at one point.
Just like you have a redstone one and
I don't know anymore. But I also need to make that tower on top of the mountain taller. But not that much taller, because then it'll throw the mountain out of scale. But that little thin section should be like 15 blocks taller. Which sounds like a blast to do. Whee! Hello, zombie. I'm a big fan of this building. I think I laid out, what, another 40 odd buildings? And I haven't done like any of them.
yeah, I think your ore stuff is all in. Your ender chest.
Oh, so this is day 4058. For all those keeping track, which is me. We fly. What are you up to? Why do you have random stuff in your inventory?
That's my chest.
I know what that is, but why do you have 4 spider eyes? You know what?
I
I'm
have
removing
no
some
idea.
things out of your inventory. They're just excessive.
Well, I'm organizing your chests.
Especially the white horse's head. That's not good to have. Not good for your sanity. Somebody's got to organize it. Oh, I clicked. Right, stupid thing doesn't like clicking.
I don't remember what turf
Leather.
is.
You don't have what?
Tough.
Tough. Tough goes right here.
Oh. I don't even know what it is.
It's a rock.
Oh.
That is what tough is. I could make a joke. A terrible, terrible dad joke, but I'm not going to. Because that would be too easy, and we know I like things around here to be tough. Why'd you just stop?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know.
I forgot those were a thing. That's kind of funny. And empty shulker boxes go over there. I don't know what this is full of. Oh, yes, I do. Very special things. We put the clownfish over there. The carrot goes there. The golden apple, I don't know where, but we'll put the piece of cake in here. Oh yes, we have plenty of wheat. Okay. What are you looking for now?
Stuff.
Cooked salmon. We'll put that up there. Be our little secret. Oh, I have delicious stew for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Why do we have 2 clocks? Shipwrecks provide some of the most bizarre loot. Oh, yes, feathers have their own. Insects have their own too. I don't remember my own storage system. Do you like my goat horn?
Yes.
Me too. It's a fun goat horn. Potatoes. The bread goes up here. Yes, it does. Part of the sea. Oh, we have gained a quarry.
What?
He's in the chat.
That's weird.
Whoa. What? What? There's a quarry. Alright, I've got to remember his name. His name. Apparently I've invited him to a group. We're gonna call him now. You know, I think I have a Discord server.
Hold.
Whoa.
Hello.
Hi. How is you?
I am decent. Kind
Well,
of
that's
busy,
always
but
good to
like
hear.
I'm strangely like all right with it, I guess.
Strange and alright with it. That is a description of you.
You have a what?
I said strange and alright with it. That's a description of you.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it's true. To many people, we're strange.
How long are you gonna keep streaming? Because it looks like you've been on for like an hour already.
40 minutes to another
I'm just-
hour? I don't know.
Oh, dang. Okay. I'm just wondering if I should go through the arduous process of actually joining, or if I should just be, a disembodied presence for the people to enjoy.
I mean, either way.
I think I'm going with the disembodied presence
Ah. Okay.
because I'm half working on an article right now.
Yeah, you writers.
Yeah. Me writers.
Yes, me writers. That is proper English
Mhm.
because somebody who speaks English said it. That's how it works, right?
As long as enough people say it, it's proper English. That's literally how it works.
English is difficult for English speakers.
The greatest language of all time.
Well, is it the greatest language because of all time because it pulls from every other language, or just because it exists?
Good question. Here's a funny story. When I was a child, when I was a very, very lad,
You're a child.
I remember this so distinctly. My mother, I was doing school or whatever, and my mother asked me, "What language do we speak?" And I kid you not, I answered with normal. And I was so convinced that our language just didn't have a name because I was I just thought that it was completely normal and basic and this is the default language that everyone gets off Spawn, and then everyone else's language, all the other languages, they're weird and they need names, but ours doesn't because it's normal. Yeah, that was a fun awakening.
Yeah, I'm sure your mother had a lot of fun about that.
Yeah, good times. Good
I mean,
times.
to be fair, when you're young and you've never met anyone who speaks another language, or you aren't familiar
Oh no,
with the
I
concept.
did. I knew. I even know a little bit of Spanish at the time. But I just when someone was like, "Oh hey, what's the name of your language?" I was like, "Dude, it's just normal. What are you talking about? It's the normal language that everyone should speak. Definitely not racist or anything for saying that, of course."
That
But
does
little
make you
me,
sound racist.
little me, yeah, racism wasn't a thing back in my time. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I see.
No, anyway, yeah.
Corey has fixed racism because it wasn't a thing.
No, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm half packing because I'm leaving in a couple of days, and I'm half writing articles because I need to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something about being employed.
Yep.
Was that delicious soup that I gave you?
Yes, it was.
Poison ticks, huh? Suspicious stew. Always suspicious, never delicious.
Yeah, my article kind of got derailed the other day, or just a couple of minutes ago. I don't know why. It was so hard for me to say. My article got derailed a couple of minutes ago because I had a coworker dude who did not know how to make the images for the articles for the life of him. He was like, "Yo, can you give me a crash course tutorial and how to make images?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I spent 20 minutes to half an hour, like step by step explaining how to edit the images for the article, basically, which is essentially just telling him how to do Photoshop for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all
that
know
was-
those people like that.
yeah. I feel partially responsible because I don't use Photoshop for subscriptions. Just to be clear,
Photoshop is
I use-
expensive just because it's
yeah, it's
Photoshop.
I use this basically like really dulled down version. It works great. It's basically Photoshop, but it's on mobile. It's called Pixelmator, and it's like $10 or something. But works great. I have never ran into any problems with it, basically. But it's this dulled down version of Photoshop, and he was asking me like a couple weeks ago, like what program I use, and I told him about this program, and then he went and bought it. So I kind of felt responsible because he like bought this program because I was like, this is the one I use. So I kind of need to explain to him like how to use it, basically. So
I
But-
see.
yeah, yeah,
You're such a good Samaritan.
I really freaking am. Just be clear.
Crystal.
Just crystal clear. Yeah. I'm writing an article about the Mandalorian. You guys hyped for season 3?
Whoa. Yes,
Season
my
2 is
guy.
gonna be lit.
Or it could flop. You never know.
No, I know. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be lit.
Well, as long as there's more Baby Yoda, it doesn't matter.
Oh, we'll definitely get more Baby Yoda.
I think they figured
They
out
have-
that people love Baby
They
Yoda.
have got to sell more merchandise. Of course he's gonna be in it.
I actually wrote an article about Baby Yoda and merchandising. No joke. I don't know when it's coming out, but yeah, it was talking about how like George Lucas tried to merchandise stuff beforehand, like with the Ewoks, but he didn't really get like the right
Yeah,
balance of like
The
he didn't really get the
teddy
right balance of
bears.
like yeah, he didn't get the balance of like cute plus like it's actually a good character that's compelling and important to the story. And then Grogu is like the realization of that vision, basically. So that's a fun article that's coming out soon.
Yes, to be fair, Ewoks, you see them and they're kind of like these giant teddy bears and they don't speak, but they kill things. Like,
Well-
it's not really something that you want your children buying.
I don't know. I guess in my I argued that they're cute. Like he nailed the cute aspect of it. I guess he modeled them after his dog, which I found out while researching. George did, or one of his dogs, I should say. So, but like especially like the baby Ewoks, like in the village or whatever, they're adorable. Just to be clear.
Yes.
But again, they're not that important to the story. They're more of like a Deus Ex Machina kind of thing,
Yeah.
where it's like, let's just save everyone at the very end. So it's not like they're important to the story, but not in a good way. It's kind of like a lame cop out way of like, how do you get rid of the stormtroopers? Let's just have all of these weird teddy bears kill them all, and then save the heroes in the end. Kind of like for
That's true. And in that aspect, they did way better than when they attempted to redo that with Porgs. You remember Porgs?
Yeah, I talked about the Porgs in the article too. Yeah, they were
Like-
a total failure. I was basically talking about how like Disney's tried and failed a lot of times in the sequels to like get that balance of like cute merchandisable character plus like it's important to the story. But like Baby Yoda's the one that like nailed it. Like Baby Yoda wins.
Exactly. Even if
I
they
don't
have a
think they had any
ridiculously
idea.
stupid name.
Well, if you go back in you go to the Force Awakens and they tried it with BB-8, and I think BB-8's kind of important to the story, but in my
Yeah.
opinion, he's just kind of a reskinned R2-D2. Like he's not new enough. He's a cool design and definitely merchandisable, but like he's just in terms of personality, there's nothing really new there. It's just another
And it's
quirky
not,
droid.
and he wasn't even as good as R2D2.
No, not even close. No, yeah. But anyway, so then you go to Last Jedi and it's the Porgs. Absolute failure. They're not even cute. What were they thinking? And also not important in the story at all. And then flipping the Rise of Skywalker, they tried like multiple times. They had the Babu Frick dude or whatever. He wasn't really cute, but like he was kind of important to the story. And then you also had that other random little droid that I forget his name, the BO or B1 or something.
Dio.
The little one with the
Yeah,
one
Dio.
wheel, and Yeah. Dumb droid. That was the other, like, they're trying so hard to like make something that's important to the story and is cute. Yeah, Baby Yoda nailed it. Finally, we have a merchandisable character that is like actually cute and important to the story.
And by we, you mean, of course, the Disney overlords.
I mean the Disney overlords. Yep.
Man, if I had the rights to Baby Yoda, I'd be
Let me
a
see
very
if
rich
that's-
person.
That article is not scheduled yet, so I have no idea when that's coming out.
Ah,
Fun fact though, the Bad Batch season 2 comes out tomorrow. Enormous.
tomorrow.
Are they
Wow.
dropping one episode at a time like they normally do?
No, they're doing 2 to start off with. So 2 episodes, and then it's going to be 1 until like the middle of the season, and then they're doing another 2, and then it's going to be 1 until the end of the season, and then they're doing another 2. So 2 in the beginning, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the end.
How many
I think there's
episodes?
16. I think there's 16
16?
total. Yeah, this is going to run till like March or April, I think. And then right around in March and April,
Wow.
like it doesn't even stop because the Mandalorian starts then. So yeah, I'll have plenty of Star Wars to write about basically from now until then. I'll be covering a lot of the Bad Batch.
You'll have plenty of Star Wars that breaks lore to write about.
Breaks lore. I mean, like rewrites Legends. Legends is old. What are you talking about? I'm kidding.
So then suddenly Palpatine appears.
That was, yeah. Just to be clear, no one likes the Rise of Skywalker. Pretty
Yeah,
much no one.
I've never met anyone who isn't older than 2.
I did. Yeah, I was about to say I've met kids, like really young kids, who are like, "That's my favorite movie," and I'm like, I actually wrote an article recently about how that one's like I think that one's coming out tomorrow, and I'm really excited for that one. But it's about how it's kind of about how the prequel hate died out because all the prequel fans grew up and they're all like, "Dude, these movies rock," and like all the haters can shut up, you know?
Yeah, and how it's going to happen with the
It's going to happen with the sequels. Yeah. That's what I said as well.
However unfortunate that might be. Because
I don't think they were bad movies.
I think episode 9 was bad. Just from the plot point, going through all of the previous Star Wars movies, getting to episode 9, and you have that as your finale to your third trilogy, it just doesn't make sense in the overarching story. And it has a way too many plot holes to be a legitimately good movie. It has some epic set pieces and some really good visuals at parts, but then it just
Like that
doesn't
shot of
make
all those
sense.
ships showing up and all those ships coming out of the ice.
yes,
That-
or
Yeah.
Massive.
or I would say that when Palpatine electrocutes the entire
Yeah, that was
fleet,
kind of cool.
that
that was
is a
kinda cool.
cool visual, but it doesn't really make sense in Star Wars at all.
Yeah. Overall, there's like 8 different reasons I could point to like why that movie failed, and there's no like overarching good reason to be like, yeah, this is why it failed. It's just like a bunch of different things contributing to it. That's like, yeah, no, this just sucked because of all of these different reasons.
Yeah. So,
So, anyway.
objectively, it's not a good movie.
No, for real, it is not. But like I said, the article I wrote, it's kind of it sucks, but you know, the sequel kids or whatever are gonna grow up, and then they're gonna be like, dude, these movies are great, and they're gonna be like making memes and quoting them all the time, and eventually the population's probably gonna turn. It's just like the Star Wars effect, I think. So
Well, it's mostly just nostalgia.
yeah, pretty much.
That's like
But-
all that it is. It's nostalgia. That's why the prequels, which legitimately a few of them, let's say
No.
episode 2 is
No,
is
that's
just
my
for the
favorite.
memes.
Shut up.
Episode
up.
3 is where it's
You're
at.
so wrong. You're so
Episode
wrong.
1 is not a good movie.
Actually, I like episode 1. Episode 1's pretty good. I like them all.
I
but again,
love
biased.
the Phantom. The what is it? What am I thinking of? I just was
Phantom
about to say
Menace?
the Phantom Menace, but the Duel of the Fates is what I was thinking of. I was also thinking of Phantom of the Opera.
No,
It was
yeah.
my brain no work.
Yeah.
I
I saw the funniest meme today
just
about
works.
episode 2 where it was like John Williams composing like this great romantic theme for Anakin and Padme. And it's like Patrick, like with it's like Patrick from SpongeBob with like, you know, being a scientist, like he's like like hardcore composing it, and then it's like George Lucas writing the romance for Anakin and Padme. It's like Patrick like nailing a board to his head. It's
Yeah,
like, what were
like,
you doing?
No,
What were you doing?
no offense to George Lucas, but he does not know how to write romance.
I don't like sand.
He could have used.
I can't
help.
breathe.
But
I-
is
I-
it really
I
a
love it.
failure if you made so much money off of those movies?
No, it's not. Yeah, that's the thing.
It isn't a failure. It just doesn't mean that it's a good romantic movie.
No, it's not.
But does anybody watch Star Wars for romance?
Exactly. I agree
I don't
with
know.
that.
I was really into Finn Rose or whatever it was.
Bruh. You know what I'm into? There was an article for grabs that I almost took. It was about. Did you guys watch Andor yet? All of Andor?
Yeah.
I have not seen all of it.
Fudge. No, I can't talk about it, bro. But the romance in Andor, Zach, you know what I'm talking about? The really weird romance that they kind of threw in at the end there. I mean, it wasn't even at the end. It was like, what the frick?
Yeah, I think.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there was an article about that romance, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to write about that. It's so weird.
Yeah, Star Wars isn't romantic. Just spoiler alert, for all you people who think that Star Wars might be a great romantic movie to watch. Unless you like sand, hate sand, it's not a good movie. Though, it's a great pickup line. What is going on? Computer? Work. There. Okay. It just had to freak out a little bit. Anyway, that's exciting.
What, the Bad Batch season 2? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was this close to coming out.
Did you watch season 1?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I binged the whole
Omega.
thing. Just, like, I binged the whole thing like I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something like that. Actually, honestly, I really enjoyed it. I was like, everyone was kind of like it's mid, and then I watched it and I was like, nah, man, this is actually kind of good. Like,
Yeah.
the animation, gorgeous. Like, this is like the peak Clone Wars animation that they like nailed.
Clone Wars, if they ever remaster, is gonna look exactly like the Bad Batch.
Well, no, but like season 7 of the Clone Wars is like peak animation. Like they mastered
True.
this out. Dude, if you go back and watch like anything in season 1 of the Clone Wars, it's painful.
Oh, it is
It's legitimately painful. Like the lighting is just so harsh on everyone, and Ahsoka's like literally the color of Donald Trump in like memes. It's like it's bad. It's just genuinely bad.
Yeah, the whole color grading is off entirely in the
Yeah.
first season.
They-
along with just like the atmosphere of the Clone Wars is really off in the first season. I've noticed like they play some random music that doesn't fit,
Yeah,
and it just kind of weird.
it's really, really, really gimmicky, and like there's so many cheesy jokes thrown into
Yeah,
it.
like it
all
was
the
really
time.
aimed. They were aiming it really at like the 10 to 12-year-olds. And then they
Yeah, and
realized that
then-
the adult fans or older kids want to see this, and so they made it deeper.
Yeah, like all the teens are watching it and they're like, wait a minute, let's make it darker. So, but anyway, they've had 6 or 7 seasons to like master the animation style, and I think they've nailed it now. So like season 7 of the Clone Wars, my gosh, it was beautiful.
Well,
Even Tales of the Jedi was kind of a mid-series, but the animation was still good.
Animation was great, especially like the
Yep.
Ronin was gorgeous.
The Ronin. Wait, no, that's what?
Oh, Visions.
You're thinking
right?
Visions. Yeah, no, Visions
I'm
is totally different.
confusing IPs. They're all way too similar.
Yeah, you're good. Visions is totally different. Anyway, but like, yeah, Tales of the Jedi was like, it was good animation. Even Rebels was like decent. I wasn't a huge
Yeah.
fan, but they tried. Whatever.
The final season of Rebels was good.
Yeah, final
animation.
season of Rebels was good. But anyway, Bad Batch, super good animation, and I really like the story. I thought the story was pretty good. It's got that kind of like charm of like, hey, let's have a child or whatever paired with like these rough, tough people. In several ways, it's similar to the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, and like the Mando.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was good. And the climax at the end, bro, it was like went off. The flipping Camino. I was like,
Camino,
bro,
yeah,
this
that-
is hardcore.
That hit.
Yeah, that was fun. I actually took another article about that as well. I'm writing tomorrow. Maybe Friday. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I really liked that batch. So I'm excited for season 2. People were like, oh, it's kind of mid, and I'm just like, no, I'm excited. I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more excited for the Mandalorian season 3, though. Dude, we're gonna have a civil
I
war
think-
on Mandalore. Let's go.
I think everyone's more excited for that.
Yeah.
Just because it's more of a plot that people have become invested in over the last 3 years.
Mhm.
Has been
I've-
3 years, right?
I
I've
have
heard
no
people
clue.
that really don't like the Mandalorian and like Mando or they thought the Mandalorian was horrible, but they really liked the other one. I can't think of
Andor?
Andor.
Oh, I like them both. I don't know. I think I like Andor a little bit better. I really liked how mature and just like well crafted Andor was as a show. It was like riveting. But I love the Mandalorian still. The only thing I wrote an article recently about the Mandalorian and how like the opinion is kind of changing of the Mandalorian because season 2 especially just relied so heavily on cameos. Like, let's bring in Ahsoka, let's bring in Luke, let's bring in, like, all of these different cameos. Bo-Katan even is a kind of a cameo, to the point where it's like, it's almost not even about Grogu and Din. It's more about kind of, like how all these other characters, Boba Fett as well, There's just
Well,
like so
Boba Fett
many
was
cameos
almost-
in it.
Well,
Boba
the book
Fett
of
was
Boba
like-
Fett was Mandalorian heavy to the extreme, though.
Well, no, yeah, but even on the flip
Boba
side,
Fett
you go
was
to the
season
Mandalorian
2 and a
season 2.
half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I wrote that. I wrote something about that too. Yeah, but like and then you go to Andor. There's fudging no cameos. They didn't even care. They're like, no, we're not even going to cameo anyone. And the people that do cameo aren't important. It's not like these huge like let's have a giant cameo moment, where they have to reveal the character and that's the whole point of the episode. It's like, no, we don't even care about cameos. With barely any one of these characters are from like known Star Wars canon. They're all practically new. And yet we're still going to tell a freaking amazing story just with these new people. So I guess in that respect, I'm kind of like, unpopular opinion, maybe, I don't know.
I just felt like I didn't care about him that much.
Well, there's that
Okay.
aspect of the cameos are people that we have grown to care about, whereas
I mean, yes.
so that's a selling point. Whereas with Andor,
Wait.
which I will admit I have not watched all of, or most of,
My bro.
there's I haven't. Yeah, I've been busy. I haven't done a lot of things that I wanted to do.
I mean,
Um,
okay, here's what I'll say is like cameos work once. When they first happen, when like Ahsoka first shows up on the screen, when Boba Fett first shows up on the screen, when Luke Skywalker first shows up on the screen in The Mandalorian, you're cheering. You're like your jaw's on the floor. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. You fast forward 6 months to a year later, you don't care because you've already seen them in it. You've already seen them in other media now. We don't really get that same like, whoa, oh my gosh, it's Luke Skywalker, in The Mandalorian because it already happened. So it's like, it's a shock factor that works once, but then doesn't really work after that.
Well-
It slowly just turns into a, oh yeah, he's in that, but I've already seen him in other stuff as well. I don't really care that he's in this anymore. The shock factor is gone. It was cool at first. It worked at first, but that's why I'm kind of like, I really hope in season 3, let's just focus on the main characters, Grogu and Din, because they're like the whole thing that's driving the show at this point. We just need to focus on their relationship and like what's going on with them. You can, cameo people on the sidelines, but let's not devote, a whole episode of the series every other episode to like showing off a brand new cameo of this new character, not new character, but like an old character that you've already seen, like, oh my gosh, here's Han Solo, well, oh my gosh, he's Han Solo, You get my point.
Yes. But at the same time, I feel like Luke's second appearance was necessary to move Grogu's plot line along.
It was. It very much was, and I agree with that.
I like
Um,
seeing Ahsoka just kind of show up because she's just kind of in the area, like
Yes.
she's
Yeah, I agree
doing
with that too.
stuff.
So her cameo makes sense. It could have just been not included. That's fine. And Boba
Yeah.
Fett, him
He also makes
appearing
sense.
and
It's
breaking the
it's never
heads
that,
of
like-
stormtroopers is
It's never the
glorious.
fact that the cameo doesn't make sense, because Star Wars isn't dumb. They know how to make a cameo make sense. It's not that. It's the fact that in season 2 especially, you stack up all the cameos in like every other episode, and you're getting to a point where it's like, okay, we're not even really talking about Din and Grogu anymore. We're just, what's the next cameo we're going to see in this next episode, kind of thing. That was kind of what drove, like all the points where you're like talking about the season with other people. You're like, dude, did you see Luke Skywalker? Or like, dude, did you see Ahsoka? It was never about like, dude, did you see Grogu and Din do this thing? It was more about
Yeah.
the fact that it's like, okay, here's all these cameos that like people can talk about, but then once they're done talking about it, we're left with what? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just like Ahsoka, so
Yes,
like
you're
Ahsoka too.
you're a
I'm
sucker
excited for
for
her series.
Ahsoka.
yep. It doesn't
I'm-
matter. She could just show up in the background and be happy.
Yeah, I'm excited for her series. I'm excited to see where it goes.
So Ahsoka or Yoda, which one's your favorite?
Of character? Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Okay. 'Cause
That's a
these-
tough. That's
'cause
very tough.
These
It's
are
close.
not Bubbles' two favorite Star Wars characters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you knew this, though.
Sure.
But definitely Ahsoka. I think Yoda's pretty cool. But that's like
Yoda's
a
great.
cop-out answer.
Well, Corey's is
No.
General Grievous.
No, not. That was young. Me.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
still
you.
love General Grievous as like a cool villain, but I feel like the Clone Wars kind of, I don't want to say ruined him, but the Clone Wars really turned him into this like kind of a joke. And
The
when I was
2003 Clone Wars, though. That's
yes,
where
when I was a child, General Grievous was way cooler than that.
he was
He
cutting
was not-
people's heads off, just like
He was
willy-nilly.
boss. He didn't say a word. You just heard his footsteps, and you had fear like stricken in your heart. It was great. I think if I had to pick like my favorite character in all of Star Wars, I almost might say like Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, I've been like really convinced of Qui-Gon Jinn over the years.
Yeah,
Dude was like the only Jedi at the beginning who like knew what was like really going on before anything really happened. He was like way ahead of his time, and he
Yeah.
was also just like flawless. pretty
and,
much.
And if he hadn't been killed, like Star Wars
Oh.
wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
he
for
is
real.
he is that pivotal to the plot. Whereas Grievous, not so much.
And it's
you
also
know.
just Liam Neeson.
Yeah, it is just Liam Neeson.
Yeah, for real.
His little appearance in Kenobi was pretty good.
Yeah, I was glad to see him in Kenobi. It was kind of like out there, but whatever. I was fine with it.
Yeah, I didn't really like Kenobi.
Revisiting it, yeah, I think it was all right. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Because Kenobi's like this really, like, for all of Star Wars, he's like this really powerful Jedi that has, like, is amazing at dueling and everything.
Yeah.
And then they just make him depressed.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
And it
I
doesn't,
think
it doesn't feel like, doesn't make me excited to watch it. It's kind of like,
yeah.
but
think
but at the
For
same
me,
time,
the higher.
at the same time, it really does work with his character and turns him into something that we see in Rebels briefly. Well, I could know Corey, you don't like that show, but
I already
much.
watched it all. I
yeah,
watched the whole show.
you don't like it that much. But the Obi-Wan versus Maul in the desert scene is beautifully done.
Oh no, I didn't like that scene.
I did.
It's the same scene. It's the same problem as if you watch Tales of the Jedi. Did you watch Tales of the Jedi?
No.
Ahsoka versus the really cool Inquisitor. It basically is the same scene, and it's like, yeah,
Well, here's the thing.
I
That
get it.
scene,
It makes sense.
Ahsoka
It makes
versus
sense.
the
I'm not arguing that
Inquisitor
it doesn't make sense.
came after,
Yeah.
so it doesn't add up, you know. But like the way that he went through various fighting forms, and you know the whole psychological aspect against Maul, his
Yeah.
longest villain, his
Yeah.
oldest enemy, is quite impressively done in
Yeah.
just a short span of a few seconds.
Yeah, it could have been a longer fight.
It could have.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It just needed to be a longer fight. It was just, it's like it's a matchup. It was more of like a dramatic thing where like, yeah, logically it totally makes sense, but like dramatically it sucked. It was like, wow, that was lame, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, they had to kill Maul off eventually. I mean, by that time,
Yeah,
he
they
was,
did.
what, 60?
Yeah, he was pretty old.
I felt like it was almost like, we need to kill Maul. How do we do it? Well, let's have him do a quick fight scene and then we'll move on.
Well, you know, and I think on the flip side, you could look at like the Book of Boba Fett with Cad Bane, and they tried to do the opposite, where they're like, let's draw the fight out and make it this giant fight, and then they kill him in the end, and you're like, that was just dumb. What were you thinking?
But
Yeah.
but the thing with Maul is it's laser swords, lightsaber.
Yeah.
So like, just having more lightsaber fights, just like it's, as long as they're choreographed pretty good, that's all you need.
Except for the one on the rooms of the Death Star in Episode 9.
Oh my gosh. That was such a dumb fight. I'm so sick of, and this was the problem with Kenobi a lot too, where it's like they have these battles and you want something to happen, and then they like pretend that something happens, but really nothing happens. So like, you know, you look at that Episode 9 fight, she stabs Kylo, but then she heals him, and it's like, okay, that was worthless. What
She
was
stabs
the
him,
point of that?
heals him, he comes
Yeah.
to realization and throws his lightsaber away.
Yeah,
Next
but
thing
then you
you
look at
know-
Kenobi, like Darth Vader and Kenobi meet like in the first like 2 or 3 episodes of the series, and Darth Vader like drags him through some fire, but then he gets away and he's kind of fine after that. It's like, bro, what was the point of the whole gosh dang fight? Like, why did we need to see them? Why couldn't you just save that to the end, you know, and been like, okay, here's the big matchup? I feel like that big matchup at the end would have been like so much better if they hadn't met like, you know, 5 minutes earlier or like twice in the series beforehand.
I'm guessing, I think that the reason that they did it that way is they wanted to show how psychologically damaged Obi-Wan was after the Clone Wars and the end of it.
I don't know.
And how weakened he was because he didn't rely on the Force anymore. And then Vader showing up as some guy in black armor just beating the crap out of him, you know,
Yeah.
to show that the underdog overcomes is, I guess they were trying to set Obi-Wan up as. But I agree that it could have just not been a thing. It could have just been fine without that.
Yeah.
I like how the last 40 minutes have just been us talking about Star Wars.
And then I have that effect when I have that effect on people.
It might be that's because it's your job.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
I bought some new manga lately that I've been reading. It's really good.
I bought
I
a
got
book
more
yesterday.
Oaklocks.
Okay, both of you said something at the same time, and I heard none of you.
He has more oak logs, and I bought a book yesterday.
Oh, cool. What'd you buy?
It's called The Empire Strikes Back from a Certain Point of View.
Oh, I wrote an article kind of on that book, but I didn't actually read it.
Yeah, it's 40 stories celebrating the 40 years written by
Yeah!
40
Wait, hold
authors,
on.
I think, maybe?
Wait, hold on. What did I just write that had that in it? I think it was the article that just came out, like... Hold on. I want to see now. No, that wasn't what I was thinking. I wrote something about that. I can't remember which one it was, though.
And it looked like an interesting book, which is why I bought it. That's all I know.
Cool.
I haven't read
Where did you
yet.
buy it?
Barnes and Noble.
Dude, I love Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
Have you been to Blaine Barnes and Noble?
Blaine? No, I have not.
It's so good.
Pat,
My,
this,
What?
this tree almost here looks like it's this. You could take stairs up and go up into like a. It'd almost be cool to go like up into like a little like garden up here.
I mean, we could have a
Almost.
garden.
I don't know.
So here's a fun thing. I'm thinking that this year I'm gonna try to replay all 9 of my top favorite games.
Which,
And by replay I mean like replay the whole thing.
if anyone's wondering, number 8 is My Little Pony Simulator.
Don't you dare diss My Little Pony right now. If you're not a brony, get out of this chat. Just to be clear. No, I'm just kidding.
Bronies. I've met a few of them. They're
I've met a few of them too. Yeah, they're special.
particularly peculiar folks. Is all I'm gonna say. There's being a fan, and then there's being a fan.
Whenever someone has a My Little Pony profile picture, you just know you're in for like a really weird conversation. You just guys, it's gotta be a really weird talk. You're like, okay. You get a lot of ooh-woos probably.
Yeah, which is weird.
Okay, but speaking of my 9 favorite games of all time, what are some of your guys' favorite games of all time? Obviously, Minecraft is in my 9, 100%.
Yes, Minecraft.
My 9 aren't like ranked from like 1 to 9. It's just kind of like these are I couldn't pick either.
Are those for me or you?
What?
Stupid night
Go
birds.
sleep.
Obviously Minecraft is one of mine.
Yep.
I mean, duh.
By the way, the only reason I say 9 is because if you make the pose squares, they fit into a perfect square, and 3x3. Yeah.
I would
Okay.
probably say like
Did my mic die, or are you just thinking?
See,
is the Tomb Raider. Just
Okay.
trying to figure out which one is probably one. I like that whole series. Well, at least the new games.
it's one of those questions where you have the answer, but then somebody asks you and you blank. You know?
I was just looking at my Steam library.
Farming Simulator 17 was one of your favorite games.
Well, now it's
Yeah.
2022.
Farming
It's whatever the
Simulator.
newest one is.
Yes, Farming Simulator is his favorite game. In case anyone's curious.
It's a toss up between Minecraft.
Whoa.
Dude, something happened to your microphone.
Whoa.
Something happened to your microphone. And
Robot.
it's really bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
something.
I didn't do
something.
It sounds like your robot died.
Yeah, something.
How about
happened.
now? Is it better?
Yes, that's
A little bit, I think.
I haven't done anything.
okay. It's still staticky. I don't know.
It's like peaking almost or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Wonka. Yeah. Okay, what about you, Zax?
A game that I absolutely adored when I was younger was a game called Project Gotham Racing and its sequel, Project Gotham Racing 2. It's the first car game I ever played, and it shaped me in so many ways.
Wow.
Yes.
Would you put both of them on your 9 of your favorites, or would you only if you had to pick
The
one of
second
them?
one.
Okay, fair.
It would almost be kind of. I think you could do a game like that as kind of a series type of thing, where
Yeah,
it would be
no,
one, but it's
I
kind
don't
of.
know.
Forza Horizon 3.
I usually put like the actual game or whatever. I guess for mine, because I've played a lot of games on a lot of different consoles, I kind of tried to get like one game from like each console for the most part, and also like a variety of like years and series. Like I try not to put like the same series on there twice. You know, like I could put like 3 Mario games on there, but I'm just gonna pick my top Mario game, and that's gonna go in the slot. You know.
I think Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
The Lego one, yeah, that's in my list. The old one
the
or whatever.
original one,
Yep.
yes.
Yes, that's on my list as
Like,
well.
no offense to the new one, but
Excellent
it
choice.
just isn't.
No, it just doesn't have the magic. No.
No.
Probably Lego Indiana Jones.
Okay, which one? There's like 3 in there, or there's 2.
First one.
Okay.
That one was a good game.
Yeah, the Lego Star Wars one is the only Lego one that I have on my list. Should we go through my list just because we're on the subject?
I think Halo 3.
That's a good choice. It's a very good choice. I don't have a Halo on mine. Hold on, where's my
I would call it my. I don't think I would
oh my
call
heavens,
it
my ears.
favorite. Am I going robot-y again?
Yes.
Yeah, my gosh.
You're breaking.
I literally have. I have no idea.
Stop. Oh my gosh, stop. You can, no. You've been denied speaking privileges.
Hi. Is that
Oh
better?
my gosh, it's so much
Whoa.
better.
He's
What did you
alive.
do? It's so much better.
All I did was disconnect and reconnect,
You fixed
and I
everything.
moved my cord.
You fixed everything, like you said.
fixed
Yeah.
everything. You
I don't know. Oh, maybe the original Lego Batman.
did. Really? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in that game.
Bro, where the heck is my photo with my 9? I know my 9 top off the top of my head, but like I want to have the photo because it's like organized by date. Let's choose it.
I have to remember how to build trees.
Okay, I found it. All right, let's go through them. Because I know you're all dying, just dying to know, really.
I mean, we're all dying.
Yeah, dying. Anyway, the number 1 spot, the oldest game, is Super Mario Brothers 3.
I see.
Have y'all played it?
Super Mario Brothers 3. No.
It's like the classic side-scrolling, pixelated Mario, like just the oldest old of the old. It's so good, and it's like
Just a tiny bit.
it's like 8 or 9 worlds. There's a ton of levels. It's a really difficult game. It took me 7 years to beat. Fantastic game. I'm very conflicted and torn because Super Mario Galaxy is like the best 3D Mario of all time, and it's almost edging Super Mario Bros. 3 out. But Super Mario Bros. 3 was like one of the first Nintendo games I played through. I don't know how to say it. I got it on my Game Boy Advance like way back when I was a kid, and I played through it, and it was like super fun. So I don't know, but Super Mario Galaxy is like an honorable mention in that category, I should say. Okay, Blinks. You guys have never heard of Blinks, I bet. Have you heard of Blinks?
It sounds very familiar.
Blinks the Time Sweeper on the very original Xbox, not the 360, not the Xbox One, the old original beefy Xbox.
I might sound familiar because you might have said it.
It probably is that.
He
Yeah.
was talking about it on Sunday.
It's about an anthropomorphic cat with a vacuum that can control time. That's the whole point of the game. And it's literally the littest game of all time. I love that game
What?
so much. Yep, an anthropomorphic cat. It's a cat. It's literally just a cat who has a vacuum cleaner that he carries around, and the vacuum cleaner helps him control time.
Yeah, that sounds like a game from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. It's literally such a flawless game. I love it so much. It's also insanely difficult. So just this last year, I bought an original Xbox solely to replay Blinks from my childhood, because it literally has been like 15 years, give or take, since I played it when I was a child. And I replayed it, and holy fudge, it was so insanely difficult. Like, they did not make games easy back in the day. Even with like tutorials on like how to beat the game or whatever, the last battle like took me like an hour to 2 hours of just like throwing myself at it, which isn't terrible, but there was also a bunch of other levels that I probably played like 20 times over before finally getting through them. It was a very difficult game, but also definitely in my top 9. That's a solid position. I love it to death.
It definitely looks interesting. I would not play it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It looks interesting.
Well, honestly, I would look up
Kind of
some
weird.
look up some of the gameplay of it sometimes, because it's very revolutionary in a way because of the gameplay aspect of it. So, I said he's got this vacuum cleaner that can control time, right? But the controlling time is like a huge part of the game, and you have a bunch of different controls that you can use throughout like each level. So you can like pause time, which it just pauses like all the monsters and stuff around you, and you can like do stuff really easily. You can reverse time, so like stuff that like if you, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like if a bridge collapses or something, you can reverse it, and it like goes back up, and you get to go walk over it. It doesn't reverse you. You can slow down time. That makes it easier to kill stuff because they're all in slow motion kind of thing. There's a fast forward button, which just makes it go really, really fast, and sometimes that makes it a lot harder, but it also like helps you complete the level faster, because that was back in the day when it was like, it was all bragging about like, oh my gosh, I completed the level this quickly. They don't really do that in games nowadays, to be honest, like time scores.
Runners, anyone?
Yeah, basically. And then there's also a record button, which is really cool because you can like record yourself doing something, like pressing a button on the left, and then it'll replay it, and like a recording of yourself will go do that, and then you can go do something else while you're on like the right, like you can open a door with like a button on the right. I don't know. It's just like if you look at the controls of the game, it's like really interesting gameplay, and it was kind of like not revolutionary for its time, but like very, I don't know what the word is.
Different.
Yeah, very different. They were very creative with the game, put it that way. Okay, next is called, this is another one that you probably have never heard of. It's called Cameo. You ever heard of Cameo?
That's an app.
Yep.
Kameo.
Okay, that's not the app.
No, it's not the app. This is like, the best way I can describe this is, it's kind of a ripoff. It's kind of Xbox's, Microsoft's ripoff of Legend of Zelda. That's like the best way I can describe it. It's like a fantasy RPG kind of game. That just has a ton of. It's like a really good story. It's like a cool kind of mechanic. It was Ben 10 before it was Ben 10. That's like kind of the mechanic of the game. Like the fairy chick has this ability to like turn into these different monsters, basically.
I'm sorry, I had to.
You had to what?
You're definitely not watching the stream.
I pushed
Oh,
him into
sorry.
my sweet berries, and you can't jump out of sweet berries.
Oh, nice. Smooth.
Well, so you're talking about time stuff, and yesterday. For some reason, I got into this Rocket League thing.
Oh, I
Watching a
played a
bunch of
little bit
Rocket.
of Rocket League. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, yeah, but watching like a guy, creator on YouTube doing weird stuff, and he did like the 9, 10 best. Like they make like maps in Rocket League. They're like you're supposed to get through the map in like as quick as you can, and they're like hard, like parkour in Rocket League. And like
Really?
stories.
I've only ever seen like them getting cool trick shots at the goal kind of thing.
No, this is like, or like find the ball. Like you run through this like whole entire
Weird.
thing. There's like, it's extremely interesting what they've done to the maps in Rocket League. Like they're not like, it's not like playing the game. It's completely different because people just get bored.
Interesting.
And I went through that, and it was very interesting. I had no idea it was a thing, and apparently it is. And they're running. There's maps that they're trying to get through in a certain amount of time as quickly as possible. And there was several that they did like a thing where it's like 100. They were giving $100 away for certain things, and
Wow.
it was to complete the map as fast as you can. It was interesting. That's all I had to say.
That's fair.
I'll send you the video. You just watch just like a couple minutes of it, and you'll be like, "Oh, I had no idea."
I will. Okay, and now back to my games because that's really what everyone's here for. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's another game. I think this might be the last game that you probably have never heard of. It's called Viva Pinata. You ever heard of that game?
No.
Oh, dude, Viva Pinata is a banger game. Viva Pinata is... A lot of these are Microsoft's ripoff of, like, other games, just because I played a lot of Xbox 360 as a kid.
Yep.
This isn't really a ripoff, though. It's just... It has very similar vibes like Animal Crossing. Like, there's no action in this game whatsoever. It's literally just... You're, like, creating this nice little garden, and you're, like, taming animals, and it's just a nice, good time. But the soundtrack for Viva Pinata is literally, like, a 10 out of 10 banger soundtrack. It is the vibiest music you'll ever hear in your entire life. It's so good. A lot of fun memories in that game. I would get up at, like, 1 a.m. to play it. Yeah, I wasn't addicted or anything, but...
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, moving swiftly on. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the best Legend of Zelda game. You guys have heard of that. Probably have never played it.
Is that like some indie game?
Yeah, it's some indie game. It was kind of revolutionary for its time in the Wii. It wasn't talked about enough. But yeah, it's definitely the best of the series. It's kind of like a smaller series that like not a lot of people know about. There's some other good games in it, but like the Twilight Princess is the best, 100%.
Ah, cool. I'll have to look into that.
After that, guess what it is? It's Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, the greatest Lego Star Wars of all time. Fun fact: when I bought the original Xbox, I actually got a copy. The chick had a copy of the original Lego Star Wars, not the Complete Saga. The one that only has the prequels, and this was the first Lego game that had ever come out ever. So I have that too, and that's really fun.
Sounds like it.
Moving swiftly on, Limbo. You guys heard of Limbo?
Limbo.
Yes, isn't that a game on the App Store?
Yes, it is. This is
I've
my
played it.
this is my
after
App
you
Store
said I
game.
could play it.
Yes, I love Limbo. Limbo is just gorgeous.
I wonder if I still have it downloaded for some reason.
Yeah. There's also not a sequel, but they made another game called Inside, which is also quite good. But Limbo still holds a special place in my heart. It's just like so simple. It's a side-scrolling. It's black and white. It's like creepy. I have a horror game, but
It was good.
It's very good. That's kind of my like. I wanted to put something in from the App Store kind of thing, and I was like, that's definitely the top pick for me. There's some other great App Store
Oh
games.
well. Technically, I think you probably and me both have probably spent the most time playing the Pocket, the OG Pocket
Yeah.
Edition.
So I don't. That's one thing on my list is I don't really care what console I played it on. I care what console I played it on, but like we're getting to Minecraft. Minecraft's the most latest game and is therefore the last one on the list. But I definitely played PC. I've sunk way more hours into PC than I have Pocket Edition. But that's a fair point. Yeah, Minecraft's on here. But Limbo is like, in terms of like a story game from the App Store, I played a couple story games from the App Store. Limbo takes the cake. It's the best. I love it to death. After that, it's Portal 2. You know it. I love Portal 2 to death. I know Rufus Bubbles,
Yep.
sorry, has played it, but Zax, have you played Portal 2 at all?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I've never finished it.
Oh my gosh, I love Portal 2 so much. Portal 2 is like a flawless game. There's no flaw. There's not a single flaw in Portal 2. And then finally,
is
it's
its
Minecraft.
only flaw that there's no Portal 3?
Yes, that is a flaw. I mean, it's kind of a flaw, but it's also Portal 2 is so good that I'm not really angry because I also don't want them to make Portal 3 and then have it suck because I know how ruined the series. Like Portal 3 was the perfect ending. You don't really need any more, but if they somehow make another one that's still good and that makes sense, I'm here for it. But Portal 2 is perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like Half-Life.
Yeah, kind of like Half-Life. Well, Half-Life needed the 3.
Yeah.
And then after Portal 2, it's Minecraft. You know it. This is the game, I think, I think without a question, without even a doubt, I have poured more hours into Minecraft than any other of these games, maybe even combined. Just the insane amount of time that I poured into Minecraft is insane.
Oh yeah, and across all
But-
the versions. It's
Yeah,
it's
across
just
several
crazy.
versions, so many versions.
across the old Xbox version, the new Xbox version, the PC, the Pocket Edition, Bedrock, Windows 10, which are now all the same thing. It just, yeah.
Yeah, I started with the PC edition, Java edition. I think in the like alpha stages. I think I played it before the game was even released. It's kind of hazy. And then Pocket Edition, I think was the second one that came out, and I played that as soon as it came out or whatever kind of thing. Actually, no, I didn't. Here's a fun little fact. Way back in the day, and I still have it actually. I had an iPhone 3G. That was the first phone that I had. It didn't even have the phone capability. The iPhone 3G could not run Pocket Edition. It did not have a good enough processor to run Pocket Edition. So, in order to compensate for this, I really wish I hadn't deleted it because I wish I still had it to show people. But I downloaded the cheapest knockoff version of Minecraft that was 2D. It was literally Terraria before Terraria was a thing. And it was just the same textures of Minecraft, except the whole thing was 2D. And it was actually kind of fun to play, I'm not gonna lie. For what I could do on the phone, it was kind of fun. But yeah. And then after that, I think I played some of the Xbox 360 version. And then everything got axed and turned into Bedrock, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's probably Minecraft and then Farming Simulator.
Farming Simulator.
Right behind it.
Right behind it. How many hours do you think you sunk more hours into Farming Simulator or Minecraft?
It's a toss up.
Really?
I know I can actually I know
I know you could find out how much you played in Farming Simulator.
I'm
but,
pretty close, but for a while I didn't play on the internet with it. So
so it didn't log it?
it didn't log it.
Oh, I see.
Cause I have there's 1,000, there's 1,500 hours,
Yeah.
but I probably and there's more than that, but there's also idle time and whatever else. So
1,500 hours. Gosh dang.
How
yeah,
many 100 hours?
Yeah, when I just do the math, I'm like, dude, I spent so much time on Minecraft. When I was like in the summer, when I didn't have anything to do and I didn't have school or whatever, I was literally like 4 or 5 hours a day, averaging every single day of the whole week Minecraft.
Yeah, I think
like
I
a
think I
good stretch
probably
there.
have more Minecraft hours than Farming Simulator,
Yeah,
but Farming Simulator is definitely gonna be the close second.
yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember when there wasn't any servers on Minecraft? So you bought me like a $5 rip-off app from the App Store that like jerry rigged it so that we could play together. Do you remember that?
I don't quite remember, but it's maybe.
The
It sounds
server
like something I would
capability-
do.
Yeah, the server capability didn't exist in Minecraft and Pocket Edition yet, and you played
Oh.
Pocket Edition a ton. So you like found this app that was like $3 or like $5 in the App Store, and
Oh, I
got
feel
it
like I
for me.
remember this.
You got it for me so that I could jerry rig it so that I could actually play like online with you,
Mm,
and then we played a flip ton.
yep.
Well,
My favorite, you know what I would kill to do is play on that old Nyan seed. You remember that? That was like the seed that everyone used on Pocket
I
Edition.
think you can. I'm
Can you
pretty
still?
sure.
I don't think you can because the world is infinite now, and that was way back when it wasn't.
Well, you
You
can.
have to have a like closed world almost.
I
I'm sure I
I'm-
could download a map or something, but I don't know. I'm just
think you can download a map.
probably.
I'm sure since it's the Windows 10 version now, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you probably could with the original mod thing that makes the Nether thing. And
The Nether reactor, yeah,
yeah.
I remember that. That was great.
that was that was something special.
That was great.
So
Anyway, I hate to interrupt the nostalgia, but I need to go to bed. So we're gonna be ending the stream. It is
Rusty.
10:30 almost. I hope whoever has been listening or watching has enjoyed this. And I hope to see y'all soon. Any last words?
Dig straight down.
What the frick did I always say when we ended this?
Always dig straight
Yeah.
down, because that's how you find Minecraft.
Oh wait,
trivia.
no, wait, no.
That's
So
what I always said.
there's this giant red subscribe button right below his thing. There's also a thumbs up icon. Ignore the thumbs down icon. You're a biscuit if you hit that one. Hit the thumbs up icon. And then also there's a bell right next to the subscribe button, I think. Hit that too so that you get notified when he
Maybe.
goes live on his like absolutely erratic schedule. Because how else are you gonna know? So anyway, yeah, hit those things and then never dig straight down. See y'all.
Always dig straight down.
Always dig straight down.
Okay.
Shows how real you are. I don't know.
Hey,
Um,
listen, can I kill Waddles yet? I mean,
No, we haven't hit that episode mark. I don't even remember which episode that was. I think it was like
Yeah.
212.
what are we at?
174.
Can we just like round down
No,
a lot?
no. That's not how numbers work. Anyway,
I-
bye
I
before
think it
Corey
is.
kills my pig.
Okay. Bye.
Oh boy.